Now, let me ask you this. Is it fair to say that every part of the government through the appropriations process has been funded for this fiscal year except ICE and Border Patrol?
Correct.
So as we sit here in the appropriations process, there's no money for these two accounts. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's worse than that. There is no money for the entirety of Department of Homeland Security. Now, the Senate has passed a bill and has...
That's right.
And we need reconciliation to fill those two holes. But as of right now, the Department of Homeland Security is disintegrating because the Secretary and I are having to figure out ways to temporarily fund people's paychecks so that we don't have people quit and embark on new careers.
Do you think if we keep this up much longer, people will quit?
They will indeed, and some of the things that we were seeing the weekend that Secretary Mullen took office was incredibly concerning. We have to have a funding mechanism for the entirety of Department of Homeland Security, including those two important law enforcement agencies.
Would you say if we fail to do that, we put America at risk?
I would.
What kind of risk are we looking at?
Well, Department of Homeland Security was created for a reason. It was because this body wanted an entire department
It came about after the attacks of 9/11.
That's correct.
So the Department of Homeland Security was a reaction of the federal government to make sure 9/11 never happened again. Is that right?
That's correct.
I want the American people to know there's no money for the Department of Homeland Security because we can't reach an agreement among ourselves. And if you thought the Department of Homeland Security was necessary to avoid another 9/11, the whole damn thing is shut down. So if there is another 9/11, don't blame me.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.